follow-up to a story that sparked outrage across Los Angeles. The woman we first showed you living inside a storm drain has now been identified by her family. Fox 11's Matthew Seedorf joining us now after speaking with her loved ones.
Yeah, Susan, this really is heartbreaking. They're sharing pictures and videos from better times, revealing the person behind the headlines they're trying to get back.
If I could take back the past.
A voice once full of life, now hard to understand. How did she get in the situation that she's in?
Drugs.
Loved ones say this woman is 43-year-old Jamila Robinson, a mother of 3.
She's a wonderful person, a loving person.
We first found her last week in South LA, living in a storm drain.
When I viewed it, it just so happened to be my sister, and that's how I found out about her living situation.
Her sister, Camila, hadn't seen her in years. Were you surprised when you saw what she was living in?
No.
Well, their mother, Linda, says she speaks with Jamila almost every day.
It's the second time she's been in the sewer. The one up on Winters, it was like 20 of them over there.
20 in one sewer?
In one sewer. They had to cover it up.
Last week, Fox 11 first exposed the underground encampment where Jamila climbed in and out, not willing to say much on camera. Below ground, human waste, trash, and an overpowering stench. I gotta get back. As a mom,
I'm dying. I'm dead.
All right, I don't think that was really called for. That was almost a comedic moment. I gotta get back. The reporter saying we're gonna keep going.
I tried, Matthew. I've done everything I was told. As long as she could tell me no, or tell the courts no, that she didn't want the help, they couldn't help her.
Within 24 hours of our exclusive report, the city moved in. Hazmat crews declaring it a hot zone. The next day, sealing the drain shut with asphalt. Wednesday, the last time we saw Jamila, outreach teams offering help as she walks away.
I'm saddened to see that she just walks away like that. Would love to see them be more forceful in helping her. Just take her. Because she's not mentally able to think straight for herself. If it was a daughter or sister or mother of the mayor's, where is such a place that she would take them? Right. Instead of just allowing them to walk away, forcefully come to them and say, hey, I'm here to help you.
The woman once known for...
All right, you got to be careful with those types of statements. If the woman wants to walk away, she shouldn't be forced into any type of a situation. That's how a lot of people end up dead. People need to think before they tell a government entity like the police or whatever to take their child or to take their relative.
Singing, now still out there.
I know it's hard sometimes.
While her family's fighting to find her voice again.
I couldn't get the courts to see the mentalness in her. Now the world can see the mentalness in her. And maybe I can get the help that I need and she needs now. I want to tell her that I love you, Jamila, and that I'm here standing and speaking on your behalf, and that I want to fight for them, for the city, for the mayor to not just give up on you, but to actually pour into you where you are unable to pour into yourself.
Jamila hasn't been seen or heard from since Wednesday. Her family says they're going to keep pushing for her health and more aggressive intervention.
So they kept saying if this was the mayor's sister, the mayor would force her, Jamila, to get some help. But that's actually against the law.
Yeah, I mean, this is a much broader issue than...
As it should be. It should be against the law to force somebody to get help. And again, I'm getting more of a comedic of a joke that this broadcast is really presenting this as.
That's what she's experiencing. There's thousands of people across LA living on the streets that just won't accept treatment. So the question is, what do you do with those people? How do you get them the help that they clearly need?
And that's why there are people talking about changing the laws and changing city ordinances as well. All right, Matthew Seedorf, thank you so much.
Now we are getting into Purge movie territory, changing the law so you can legally abduct people against their will. And if they resist, then what? Are you going to kill them? Because now we're talking about law enforcement. So to push the responsibility off on the city, I mean, if she's that I don't like the word mentally unstable. If she has a drug problem, because to me, that's a difference. If you're on drugs versus, quote, mentally unstable, you're only mentally unstable when you're under the influence and or withdrawing. So to label somebody as permanently mentally ill and then put them inside of a home or whatever they want to do with them, because you know where this is going to go. Someone like this will end up going to jail or going to an institution. They will fight the powers that be of having them committed, and then they will end up being killed. Being on drugs or, quote, being unstable is not grounds to kill somebody. Now, this same Mayor Bass of Los Angeles, they're out here talking about giving money to to Asians that are homeless and illegals for that matter. You know, and giving money to these other groups besides black people. I would take it that she was FBA. She seems like it, but you never know. So that kind of talk can get people killed. But this is more indicative of there needs to be more, facilities for people that are homeless, but you can't force somebody to go in there or force someone into treatment if they have a drug problem. So what is the answer? What is the remedy? But we have people out there living in sewers, and meanwhile, they just asked for a multi-trillion-dollar, I think $121 trillion budget or something like that for the military to fight nonsensical, bogus-ass wars like over in Iran. So damn, that was kind of hard to see, somebody living in a sewer. But you all let me know what you think. What would be the answer to a situation like that? These are adults. If somebody is competent mentally enough to refuse service, well, that tells me they're not really mentally ill or unstable. Sometimes somebody on drugs may appear to be that way because the drugs make you talk or make you, wide-eyed like Tiger Woods in that crash. Pupils all dilated. You're talking faster. You're thinking in a scatterbrain kind of a way, but you're not unstable. You're just high. You know when to go to the bathroom. Unless you're actually physically defecating on yourself, you're not mentally unstable. I think people out there would agree with that. If there was somewhere for these people to sleep, would they still want to roam the street? Would they still want to be out and about so they can do their things to get their dope? I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. But I know the answer is not treating people that have drug problems like they are criminals. But leave your comments in the box raw.